Welcome to Here's How We Get There. It's the daily show filled with conversations about business and mental health in a down-to-earth style with real-world language. Now let's dive in with your co-hosts, Kenneth Shark Kinney and Trey Tucker.
All right, Shark, it is Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas. And I know you have a special story you want to share with all of us.
Yeah, well, I've had this story I've shared with my own child as well through the years, and we all grew up learning this story, but I thought I'd do a little bit of a modern twist on it on "Twas the Night Before Christmas," and you haven't heard this version before, so this will be a good first time.
I'm ready. My
"'Twas the
heart
night
is warm.
Yeah, exactly. So "'twas the night before Christmas when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even my spouse, mainly because she had taken an Ambien due to the insomnia she claims was caused by SAD or Santa anxiety disorder. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care in hopes that St. Nicholas would be listening to an episode of Here's How We Get There. My children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. But they can't have the one the neighbors make because we're worried about the possibility of fentanyl poisoning. And Mom in her kerchief, and I in my MAGA cap. I actually don't have one, but I just like watching others assume. He had just settled down for a long winter's nap. Now, warning here, but even with naps, I snore like a bear. When out on the lawn, there arose such a clatter. I blame my lawn care company for that because as a customer, I don't seem to matter. Away to the window, I flew like a flash. I tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. I still don't know what the hell a sash is, but apparently I threw one up when I was so flashy. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday objects below, but even that was actually blinded out by the new LED street lamps recently installed by our HOA. When what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. And honestly, I was shocked because I thought Santa had gone green with a new electric sleigh. You know, those reindeer put out a lot of methane. And of course, Santa would only be able to go to like 300 miles or so in an EV. So most kids can forget that future Christmas. With a little old driver, so lively and quick, he was doing at least 70 in a 30, so I called him a prick. More rapid than Ingalls, I cursed his name, and then he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. Side note, Donner now identifies as Donna and has a not-so-secret crush on Dancer. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, and say, hey, y'all. And then in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. I called 911 because the neighborhood's gone down. With all the looting and dumb DAs, it's caused most to frown. Nick was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot. I mean, PETA has a problem with this since they think fur is murder, so pardon the soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. A smaller bundle than before because of the new cost of toys due to inflation from Bidenomics. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. Honestly, it could have been from the rosacea. I mean, after all, he's at least 100 pounds too heavy. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow because of the Botox, you know, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a vaping pen he held tight in his teeth. The annoying smoke had encircled his head like a wreath. And I'm not sure what that smell was, but it reminded me of Snoop Dogg. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. However, please refrain from referencing that because it might offend some of his body positivity. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf. When he sat down, he accidentally sat on and killed his cousin Elf on the shelf. He winked at me weirdly and twisted his head. He soon gave me to know I had something to dread. He spoke not a word and then started to twerk. Then he took all of my cookies and milk. Wow, what a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod up the chimney, he rose. At this point, I'm like, who is this guy? He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle. He made so much noise, I saw a neighbor nearby grab a pistol. But I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. So Merry Christmas to all of you. See you on the other side.
Thank you for joining Shark and Trey on the Here's How We Get There show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show and visit here'showwegetthere.com. That's here'showwegetthere.com.